There's an African proverb that says, "You do not know where the shoe hurts until you try to fit into it," which means you do not know what people are going through until you find yourself in that same situation or position. Hi, my name is Omo, and this is the child in me. God forbid we meet ourselves or we find ourselves in unpleasant situations or positions, for us to be able to realize that people go through things and that is not the exact moment for us to express ourselves, because we feel we can talk, we feel we can express ourselves whatever we like, we believe we have the right words for everybody at every moment, the woke type of thing, because we want to always say something, or because people have to see us as, this one is that person that has the response for everything. I believe you listened to my last podcast about smartness and being rude and saucy. That's where this plays and kicks in. Anyways, we're not talking about that for today. We're only talking about, and we're trying to contain how we react to situation, how we should react, and how to put ourselves in other people's shoes before expressing ourselves to them. The reason is you do not know what other people are going through at that particular moment. You might say, I can't see the person, and how will I know if the person is not happy or if the person is not in the mood to hear what I have to say? Ladies and gentlemen, let's call true. Let your tone be even. Let your tone be simple. Just try and listen and relate with whatever that person is going through at that moment before you express your displeasure, before you express whatever you have to say. It's just common sense, I believe. If you know, or if you're so close to someone and you want to express yourself, or you want that person to know that whatever they did some time ago or whatever they're doing at that particular moment then does not sit well with you, first place they call true, hear the tone of their voice before you express yourself. You do not want to add to what people are going through these days just because you know how to talk. The suicide case these days is on the very high side, and you do not want to be the reason why someone will take their own life, because it will be on you forever. And if it's someone you can see physically, why not just walk up to the person, just initiate a conversation, start a very simple conversation on a plain note, outside of whatever you want to talk about, outside of how you want to express yourself in that very unpleasant manner. Feel or relate with how the person feels or how the person is feeling at that moment before you unleash your own anger on top of the person, because it is just being unfair. If you go straight to the point like, no, you see what you did the other day, or what you're doing at this moment, or that thing you did the other time, I don't like it and I want you to. No. People think when they're alone, when they sit down and think and they try to recap everything that happened in a particular day, they sit down and they think, and then their mind will go there and be like, why did this person react this way? Some people might have the strength to shove it aside, like, let me just leave this person anyways, and what's the worst case scenario? We won't communicate again, I won't talk to this person, and it's fine, we can be enemies, I don't care. While some people might bank on it and think deep that, why would this person just talk like this? Don't they understand what I'm going through? Let's just be fair. Let's be fair. God has given us wisdom. We need to utilize it to the maximum. We need to apply wisdom to everything we do. And the fact that we want to prove that we are smart or clever, or that we have the word or say for everything, does not mean we should go about hurting people with what comes out of our mouth. I have been in this situation before, and I do not wish it on my enemy. I've seen people, I know how people express themselves, and if you know me, if you're very, very close to me or familiar with me, I might have done this naughty thing in the past. That's why my past is a place that, no, I don't want to be again, because I've unlearned a lot of things. So if you feel you know me 10 years ago, or maybe you have seen me for the past 10 years and you've not seen me lately, sorry, you have seen a different offer, because I've been able to unlearn some things, and you won't blame me. It's the surrounding or environment I grew up in. People just want to say things. These days I've taught myself to be able to read people's emotion, to be able to put myself in people's shoes before I express myself. I know how to express myself a lot. I know how to say things a lot, but I've tried to contain it and try to put myself in people's shoes. That is this person in the situation to listen to this thing? Will this person even listen to this thing and make these adjustments and corrections I want? Okay, first, maybe I can cheer the person up, and while we're in that position, I can express myself and let them know how I feel. That's what I do now. It's just simple mathematics. Put yourself in other people's shoes. Simple. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my charge to you today. Before you express yourself, before you say that word, before you open your mouth, except you want to encourage the person, please think about it. And when you encourage the person, it's a plus to the person, that people don't forget those kind of things. I just want to chip that in. People do not forget how you make them feel, whether good or bad. So let it be the good one. Let them remember you for making them feel good. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Thank you for following this podcast. I remain your humble host, Omo. Please remember to share, like, follow, and rate my podcast wherever you're listening to it. I remain your humble host, Omo, and this is the child in me.